Hello, good evening, my dear brothers, my dear sisters, wherever you might be. I think this pertains to all of us. I'm not the writer of this short or little article, but I want us to rethink about it, or to reason it, to go through it with you. And what do you think about attending masses online? Mass is a Catholic gathering, and it can be, also any other people's gathering, but mostly the gathering for Catholic when we gather for masses, for prayer and worship. And is it okay, to attend mass online? Enough of this streaming, he says. Time to go mass physically. So COVID stopped us from going out to mass, which is very true, including Sunday masses. Then we found a way to do a second best in the form of streaming mass, so we could still have a way for some form of participating virtually in the sacred liturgy. Even if we could not go to communion online, for 2 years, this was our way to connect and keep worship going. But now, COVID has eased off, and we're still going on us if we need to watch mass on our devices rather than go physically to church for mass. What a piece of slackness. We are getting slack, my dear guys. We turn spectator now. We can't bother dress and go out to church anymore. People are not bothering now, on dressing, on putting on their Sunday best, most people, because they don't want to go to church physically, And I think they are missing a lot, as we are going to hear. We like the convenience of streaming, but is this how we should be worshiping God? He questions. No more communion, no more community. Sure, streaming still has a place for those who are shut-ins and because of ill health cannot do better, or those who have migrated and want to keep in some sort of contact with their former parish. But the rest of us Christians, blessed by God to be, hale and hearty, have no excuse for not getting ourselves physically to Mass and being part of that physical congregation, sharing in worship and the Eucharist. It is a lazy approach to the Eucharist. It is a lazy approach to the Eucharist. It is a lazy approach for a Christian witness. It's not even witness at all. So let us think about these issues, Let us see that we And especially, in the approach to our youth, to our children, they kind of had, most of them had, like given up when it come to, to the church, because, they have a kind of, laziness of a kind. But we need somehow to look for means, engage with them, and encourage them, to return back to church, because it is good. It is just good, it's just good. They do benefit a lot, they do benefit a lot, and it is good that we all join our heads together and work together as a team. If we do not do so, something wrong is going to happen to us. So let us look out for means how we can attend, to church physically. And as you know, when you receive the Holy Eucharist, you receive the food for the angels, you share the meals for the angels. And how are you going to receive that if you didn't attend Mass physically? You're going to miss out. You will not believe in me, but you're going to have a lot of missing, You're going to miss out. And we don't want you to miss, We want you to gain, something, Yeah, we want you to achieve something, for your life. So let us think about that. I wish you well, those who come to live later, those who listen to what I was talking about, and I encourage you all to be part of this reform, right?